Understanding VM network modes, bridged host only. Networking is a crucial aspect of virtual machines, determining how they interact with the host system, other virtual machines, and external networks. Virtual machines use different network modes to define how they send and receive data. Selecting the right network mode ensures that the VM functions optimally, whether for internet access, isolated testing, or internal communication between systems. The three primary network modes in virtualization are NAT, network address translation, bridge networking, and host-only networking. Each mode serves a specific purpose, providing different levels of access and isolation based on the intended use case. Understanding these options helps in setting up a virtual environment that aligns with your needs, whether for development, testing, or network simulation. NAT, network address translation mode. NAT mode is the default network setting in most hypervisors like VirtualBox and VMware Workstation. It allows the virtual machine to access the internet by using the host machine as a gateway. However, external devices cannot directly communicate with the VM unless additional configurations, such as port forwarding, are implemented. When a VM in NAT mode sends network requests, the host system translates them into its own IP address, allowing the VM to browse the internet as if it were part of the host system. This method ensures a high level of security and isolation, as external networks cannot reach the VM directly. NAT mode is best suited for scenarios where internet access is required, but direct interaction between the VM and other network devices is not necessary. It is widely used for safe internet browsing, software testing, and general VM usage where minimal network configuration is preferred. However, the drawback of NAT mode is that other machines on the network cannot communicate with the VM directly, making it unsuitable for scenarios that require external access to the VM, such as running a web server or file server. Bridge networking mode. Bridge networking allows the virtual machine to function as if it were a separate physical device on the same network as the host system. In this mode, the VM is assigned an IP address directly from the host network, just like any other device connected to a router or switch. This means the VM can interact with other computers, printers, and network devices just as if it were a standalone system. Bridged mode is ideal when the VM needs full network functionality, such as running web servers, file servers, or remote desktop access. Unlike NAT mode, where the VM is hidden behind the host, bridged networking makes the VM visible on the local network. This is particularly useful in enterprise environments where VMs need to be accessed by multiple users. However, since the VM is directly exposed to the network, it is also more vulnerable to security threats and unauthorized access. If using bridged mode in an unsecured environment, it is essential to implement firewall rules and security policies to protect the VM from external attacks. Additionally, some wireless networks and routers may block or restrict bridged connections, requiring manual adjustments to network settings. Host-only networking mode. Host-only networking creates a private network that allows communication only between the VM and the host machine. In this mode, the virtual machine does not have internet access unless another network adapter is configured separately. Host-only mode is primarily used for isolated network testing, secure internal communication, and development environments where internet connectivity is unnecessary. Unlike NAT and bridge modes, which involve external network traffic, host-only networking ensures that all communication remains within the host system, making it a highly secure option. One of the biggest advantages of host-only networking is that it allows multiple VMs to communicate with each other while remaining isolated from external networks. This makes it an excellent choice for creating secure virtual lab environments for software testing and malware analysis. However, since it does not provide direct internet access, additional configuration is required if the VM needs to download updates or connect to external services. Choosing the right network mode. The selection of a network mode depends on the specific requirements of the virtual machine. If internet access is required, but security and isolation are a priority, NAT mode is the best choice. If the VM needs to function as an independent network device and interact with other systems, bridged networking is the preferred mode. However, if the goal is to create a private network between the VM and the host for secure communication, host-only networking is the ideal option. Understanding these network modes allows users to configure their virtual machines effectively, ensuring that connectivity, security, and performance are optimized. Whether setting up a development environment, testing network configurations, or hosting services, selecting the appropriate network mode ensures that the virtual machine integrates smoothly with its intended use case. In the next lesson, we will explore advanced networking configurations, including port forwarding, custom NAT networks, and VLAN setups for virtual machines to further enhance connectivity and security in virtualized environments.